spooky mates of YouTube, Marcel from Aussie Horror here, and in today's video we are on the paranormal board on Reddit, and the topic of this one is my client saw a hand. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into the video. I work with adults with disabilities, so take this story with a grain of salt. He would talk about seeing a girl with no mouth around the house. For example, when he couldn't find his hat, the girl with no mouth would take it. One of my responsibilities was checking on him when he went to bed each night. I had assisted him to bed and left him with his CPAP mask in his lap and stepped out so he could get it on and get comfortable. I had left his light on and his door cracked so I could just peek in, turn off the light, and had went down the hall. I was about 10 feet away looking at a bulletin board when I started to hear his laugh. Curious, I came down to see what he was laughing at. When I poked my head in, he said, "I caught you." "What?" "I caught you." "What did you catch me doing?" I was laughing, lighthearted. I didn't want to worry him. But in my mind, I'm just thinking all I was doing was reading about the company picnic or something. He said he saw a hand reach into the crack of the door and turn off the light, and he thought it was me playing with him. Here's the thing. His light was off. He hadn't moved. His mask was in his lap. He was still sitting underneath the covers in the same position, same spot. He hadn't moved and the light was off. I had to flip the switch to turn the light back on. I personally only had one experience there. I was in the living room watching a movie, the work was done, everyone was asleep, paperwork done. So I'm just killing some downtime, keeping myself awake when I hear this crash from around the corner. Around the corner is this dining room. In the dining room is the kitchen table, and on the other side of the room, across from the entryway, is a client's bedroom. My first thought is he's gotten up and may have fallen, so I hurry to check on him. I get to the entryway and I can see his room is still closed. I can see his room is closed through a figure standing in the dining room by the table. A figure that turned to look at me. Its right side was to me, and then it turned its entire body to look at me, and I could see through it to the other side of the dining room to the client's closed bedroom door. That is the only experience I had at that house. I've heard from the other night staff there who replaced me that she has heard whistling. The rest of this I could excuse. He had cognitive impairment. My eyes were playing tricks on me. She heard whistling from outside and it sounded like it was from the dining room. But his light was off, and I purposely left it on so I could do my job a minute later. Yes, he was cognitively impaired, but he didn't see things. He had trouble with his memory, but he didn't see things, and that makes me wonder how much of the others are real. Pretty freaky. We've all had experiences like that. We've left a room with the light on and we've come back and it's off, or we've left the room with the light off and we've come back and the light is somehow on. Let us know in the comments below if you have ever experienced anything like that. Any sort of experience with the paranormal, anything spooky, spectral, ghost-like. Let's check out the comments. One time at my grandpa's house, my mum and I saw a hand push a kitchen drawer open from the inside and put the fingers over the lip of the drawer, how we saw it. I had forgotten that happened until reading your post. I'm not religious, but my mum yelled prayers and pushed the drawer closed. Never knew what to make of it. Still don't. Some things just want to spook us. It does sometimes feel like ghosts are gaslighting witnesses. It's kind of true, I guess. My own experience was a cardboard tube moving on its own. If you ever see the movie From Beyond, the premise of it is pretty interesting. That has Jeffrey Combs, and it's based off of the H.P. Lovecraft short story. That movie's amazing. It's very underappreciated. Crazy people actually are seeing monsters from another dimension, so they made a machine that allowed regular people to see what's really around them. So who's to say there isn't a universe of ghosts just a millimeter away behind a veil, and occasionally they leak through. So again, let us know in the comments below if you've ever had any experiences with the paranormal, and until the next video, my name is Marcel from Aussie Horror, and I will catch you guys around.